In the early morning mist of the River Nile, the fishermen say they still hear footsteps, heavy and slow, echoing through the fog. They call him the shadow of the crocodile, a man whose strength was as great as his fear. This is the story of Idi Amin Dada, the soldier, the ruler, the man who became both a hero and a horror to his people. Born around 1925 in Kiboko, northern Uganda, Amin grew up near the Nile. His tribe, the Kakwa, were known for courage, loyalty, and their deep belief in ancestral spirits. From a young age, he learned the ways of the river, how to fight, how to track, and how to survive. When the British colonial army came recruiting strong young men, Amin joined them. He served in the King's African Rifles, fighting in Burma and later in Kenya. The British called him the strong man of Uganda. But among fellow soldiers, he was known as something else, Agwak Naikango, the one who walks with shadows. Amin could sense danger before it came. Some said his grandmother, a traditional healer, gave him amulets made from crocodile teeth to protect him from bullets. Others whispered that he could not die unless the Nile itself turned red. By 1961, as Uganda moved toward independence, Amin had become one of the highest-ranking native officers. Charismatic, feared, and loyal only to himself. When independence came in 1962, he stood beside Prime Minister Milton Obote, Uganda's first leader. Together, they promised to build a new nation. But power, as Africa soon learned, is a river that can drown its own sons. Amin's army grew stronger. He controlled the barracks, the weapons, and the loyalty of men who would die for him. In 1971, while Obote was away in Singapore, Amin seized power in a swift military coup. Kampala exploded with noise, soldiers firing in celebration, drums beating in the streets. The radio announced, "General Idi Amin Dada is now President of the Republic of Uganda." The people cheered. To many, he was a liberator, the African lion who would stand against corruption and restore pride. But soon the cheers faded. Amin began to rule with an iron hand. Ministers disappeared, newspapers were silenced. His enemies were hunted down in the night, some thrown into the crocodile-infested waters of the Nile. Yet in public he smiled, he danced, he called himself the last king of Scotland. The world watched in fascination and fear. Behind the palace walls, Amin trusted few. He surrounded himself with mystics and witch doctors who burned herbs and poured goat blood to predict his enemies' moves. In the deep forest, rituals were held at midnight, the president's protection, they called it. Some say the drums that beat then have never stopped. In Part 2, we enter the darker years, when the Lion of Africa became its ghost. Stay with us. Subscribe for the next chapter of The Shadow of the Crocodile. This is Mystery Dispatch with Sir Victor.